Hey folks, welcome back. I had a bit of a disaster and I've had to actually reload an old save, so I ended up actually getting quite far into the game, and I got as far as Kislev fighting the Ice Queen and taking Kislev out. But I had a problem with OBS, and it's my fault. I put the game on. I have to record on different settings for different games, so I have to use display capture for things like Illwinter stuff, because Illwinter stuff doesn't seem to play nicely with game capture mode. But you cannot play this game on display capture. I've got a really powerful PC. The graphics card's getting a bit old now, a 1080 Ti, but it's still a solid card. It doesn't have all the fancy ray tracing stuff on it, as you can see, but it's still a good card. But I got a monstrous CPU, and so I don't have any problems recording this on 1440. However, if you don't put it on game capture mode, it's just unviewable when it records. So I recorded three episodes or 4 episodes maybe. So it was over 2.5 hours of content, and it's all gone. So I'm gonna have to come back and play it again. Now the downside of this is that it basically means that I've got a bit of a drop. I've got a bit of an advantage over the player in knowing what's going on in the campaign, because yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in the rest of the campaign that I know about now. So that's a bit of a shame. However, it might help me play a little bit better. And I did make a few mistakes, so yeah, I'm just going to carry on. Let's just pretend it never happened. You wouldn't have known unless I told you, but I just think it's, it's kind of, I want to tell you because it's like, I do feel that I could, there's a reason why some of the things in the game are happening as they are, let's just say. Okay, I forget where we were. So we were trying to take Carrick Flag, weren't we? I think have we got an objective to do that? Okay, so where are we? Steal and destroy. So we need to raise or sack the following settlement in order to get this big bonus. Now, this is one of the mistakes I made before I reloaded it. I just took this faction. I took this without raising it, and I missed out on all that money. So that was really stupid, and I'm going to make sure I don't make that mistake again. Okay, let's get these guys moving in. I might actually just raid here. No. No, let's not. Let's move them. So, yeah. Archaon. No, we don't have any gifted units available, do we? Any regiments of renown? Yeah, we do have regiments of renown. The thing is, none of them are particularly what I'm after at the moment. Let's get... Yeah, I think I'm going to get Archaon ambushing here. Now, I don't think they're actually going to come. Let's just chase these guys off. They might actually both try and attack me. I'm trying to remember what happened last time. I think last time I attacked... Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that because it's going to be annoying for you. Anyway, let's just carry on with the game as it is. So, Rel is moving to the west, and we're going to try to catch up with Valkyr the Bloody. That's my mission here. We found the Decadent Host. Here's Sigvald the Magnificent, the guy whose name I was struggling with earlier. He hasn't really got much to offer us at the moment. Nobody wants to trade with us because we've still got very low relations. That's going to take a while to drop down still. Now, Egrim was going this way, and we were trying to get hold of Kolek. We've actually met Kolek now. Kolek is here. Now, Kolek's not going to be very friendly with us yet, but he's likely to be friendly with us later. So we're not going to antagonize him too much. And that's pretty much it. We need to sacrifice more... I think what I might do is... Yeah, that gift's in use. This one's not that useful. I don't really care about Chaos Furies. That said, it might just be worth getting this going so that we can get some of the benefits. So I'm gonna get this up. I think this was another mistake that I'd made in the past, was not, I was a bit worried about losing the souls, but actually, look, like we've only got a -100. So yeah, we're going to be all right for souls. The other thing here is Carrick Doom is going backwards in control, so we need to save money and basically build some of the control buildings up. Now we can get that if we save some cash. We need the vassal emissary building. That's one thing we got to do. Let's roll the turn anyway. Yeah, so you can imagine my horror when I actually uploaded 3 videos. And then for some reason, I can't remember why I checked one of them, but I checked it and I was like, hang on a minute, why is this jumping about? And I thought, oh no, I know what I've done. And I went into the other room to go and tell my other half, you know, the better half, let's call her. I was like, no, I've just recorded like 2 hours of videos, and she goes, your voice sounds wrecked. She goes, you need to drink some honey or something. Okay, so Goromadmi tribe are declaring war on us. Let's just get our vassals to join in. Yeah, so my missus was like, your voice sounds wrecked, mate. And I was like, no, I've got to carry on. Okay, Prince Ograx, it has leveled up now. Pretty close to getting... I want thick-skinned, I think. Yeah, I want thick-skinned. I really like this guy in battle. I don't know if you've noticed, but he is actually, in some ways, stronger than Archaon. He's got better melee attack anyway. He's got way less character stats. But, yeah, he's not better than Archaon. However, but he is super, super strong. And, you know, his melee attack, his attack is definitely better. He's got a much stronger attack, even with the Slayer of Kings. So... the other thing I kind of forgot to do before I played was actually getting Archaon's of the quest battles out of the way. Now, where did those Skaven go? Okay, they've kind of pissed off down here to Uzkalak. I'm not going to chase them. I'm not going to chase them. Yeah, let's just raise this. I mean, I suppose we could try to... Yeah, we're not going to reach down here, look. Clan Ferric have just legged it down there. It's just... They must be hiding, and I don't know where they're hiding. And that's kind of a bit concerning. Now, we don't know what's in Carrick Flag. Now, this is a battle that, like, I kind of... But this is going to be, look, a really, really easy battle. But it is a walled battle. But I just don't think I can be bothered to play it. It's just, I don't think we're going to lose too much. So I'm going to auto-resolve this. Yeah, we barely lost anything. That was okay. So we need to sack this one. I think I'm actually going to raise it. No, I'm going to sack it and get the unit experience, I think. I think it was sack that I had to do, wasn't it? There we go. So we got a Forbidden Rod. We gained the Gambler's Armour, which went to Veritas. That's good. Yeah, that gives him a ward save. That's really good. I'm tempted to give that to Prince Ograx, but actually Veritas is going to be an important character. And more to the point, we've got a whole income coming in now. Over the next 5 turns, we're going to have 1,200, and we just got 1,200 as well. So that's a really, really nice little bonus. And we're going to go and get... let's get Veritas just occupying and vassalizing this one. So we do lose some control from doing that, but that allows Archaon to carry on moving up. Honestly, look, the gates to Kislev are open. We've got Volksgrad here, held by Skaven, which we can kind of just ignore that. We won't. We'll go through it, but. Last time my vassal took that, and then look, Prague is actually, these guys are going for Prague already. Now I don't know if whether they'll actually get through this barricade here. Now this is not actually held by the ice court. This is Ropsman and Ropsman clan. Yeah, Ropsman clan. So Ropsman clan are they're holding Prague at the moment. Now, Kislev aren't doing so good, actually. They don't seem to be doing so good, and I'll show you when we kind of get up there. Okay, Gifts of Chaos. It's kind of saying you got more Gifts of Chaos coming in. Yeah, now with the Eye of the Gods, look, we're going to get the Eye of the Gods twice as quick, and this is one of the problems that I had before, that I wasn't really working with the Eye of the Gods mechanic well enough. We've got the Algol up here, the Algol Norse, so that means we're probably getting quite close to where some of these other Chaos factions are. That's Sigvold. I want to find Valkyr as well. I'd like to try to eventually confederate those guys if we do end up continuing the campaign. Let's get this guy going down here as well, because I'd like to find Village the Curseling. Oh, and there he is. Okay, so we've bumped into him too. which is good. Again, nobody's going to want to trade with us because we're too untrustworthy. Now, we can get a non-aggression pact with those Nurgle faction. I'd rather take that, honestly. But, yeah, we'll see. Alright, the Writhing Fortress now. We are 6 turns away from upgrading to a Dark Fortress. Now, what does that do for us? It's going to give us more income for a start, a significant boost in income. Obviously, it's going to be more growth, gives you walls to the settlements. I think we've already got that. 5 construction slots and more chaos undivided corruption. Yeah, and more allegiance points from alliances and vassalage with Norska. So we do want, this is our main fortress, our first fortress, and we do want to kind of upgrade this. Getting the control building might be good. Just because having very, very high control does give you high growth. But I don't think I need that. There are other buildings that, yeah, look, for example, Carrick Dun, we definitely need to get this control building up. We can't afford anything more, but that's fine. I need to spend a bit more time raiding, like sacking settlements as well. Yeah, let's just leave that for this turn. We have got a damaged building here, so we've got to pay for that to be repaired. That's okay. We've got a command available here as well, so let's get that Skaven corruption down. And we're going to end the turn. Yeah, so hopefully this one will have recorded properly. I've actually started leaving myself detailed notes on the games that I'm playing now because I'm kind of getting a bit more serious about my YouTube channel. As you probably noticed with the amount of content that's coming out. My channel's growing as a result. So I had some advice about YouTube, and basically it was, you know, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And I'm getting a lot out of it, and it's making... I've realised that I actually like doing these Let's Play contents more than I like playing on my own. I really, really like this kind of... This game that I'm playing of doing YouTube. Okay, so Goromadni tribe are... They've built an outpost. Okay, we need to beat Arkling of Clan Ferric. Oh, do I really want to go back down there? Mind you, 1,000 favour per turn. That's actually quite good. We're just a bit out of... I just think we're out of range there. Like, look, here's a weird thing. Like, this is what I'm talking about with janky mechanics. Look, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, that seems to me like I'm going... Look, the green arrow is green. I bet you any money this won't work. Alright, okay, so it did, but he ran away. So, that's just me being dumb. Yeah, I think I said this in a previous video, but, you know, I kind of rip on Total War's movement mechanics a little bit too much, and I probably shouldn't, because, honestly, they fixed most of the problems. Like, the main one is, like, you can now move in these stances, and that really bugged the hell out of me, because you had to kind of, like, go to here, see how much movement range you had, and sometimes it'd say 50%, and then you'd move, you know, and you'd be like, okay, well, that's going to move me to 50%, look, and you can check on this bar on the left, but sometimes it just didn't do it right, and it would, so you'd be under the amount that you needed for the stances. I found it infuriating. I utterly hated it, and it's completely changed it now. It's so much better. Like, it's so much better you wouldn't even believe. Alright, should we get one of these? Look, Slanesh isn't the, like, we have got some Slanesh units available, right? But, I don't know. We could also get the Severed Claw and Thunderguff Bilius, or whatever, Bilius Thunderguff, whatever he's called. So, but those, I think I'm going to save those for a Nurgle army that I've got coming up. I'm going to try to split my troops into, you know, more thematic units. Archaon's going to be moving forwards. I think what we'll do here is just get what we need. So, I'm tempted to go with more Marauder Horsemen. Now, this is funny because I got the idea of playing with lots of cavalry in this game, forgetting, of course, that cavalry are quite micro-intensive. So they're a little bit, they can be a little bit difficult to use. That said, I would like some more of these skirmishing cavalry. I do like the Marauder Horsemen. They're quite an interesting unit. This is quite a cavalry heavy faction. Okay, Archaon's on his way. Oh, it's saying he's not moved, so let's move this guy, and we're going to go and discover this Skaven faction. Let's just crush these guys quick. I don't want to take too many casualties. Now, if I play this correctly, I should take almost no casualties. So what we want to do is we want to send our very, very heavily armoured, you know, the most heavily armoured troops in on the front. And then we're going to hit them from the flanks with the cavalry. With the heaviest armoured cavalry as well. They've got a couple of slinger units, so we kind of want to keep our... Oh, look at this map. Good grief. This is one way that in Total War they've tried to kind of make the campaign, the battles a little bit more sort of more strategic, because obviously the game's much faster than the old historical games, and you know, some of the tactical nuance of the game did diminish slightly, I'd say. Not as much as some YouTubers would have you claim, by the way. I don't think it... Like, I see there's some guys who just have YouTube channels purely just about slagging off this game, just going on and on, video after video about how bad it is. And I think they make some good points, like Roland and that. They make some good points, but after a bit you're kind of like, all right, mate, we get it. You don't like the game, just play something else then. But you know, right, in that guy's defense, and in some of these, you know, some of these YouTubers' defense, right? They love the games. That's why they're complaining. And, you know, it's probably a little bit crass of me to kind of like slag them off. You know, if they're making money, okay, that's what they're doing. They're doing, like I am doing, you know, you make a bit of money from YouTube. But they're doing it in a way where they kind of they want people to play a better game. I know that. I do know that. I think there does come a time though when it's like, okay, you get your point, and it does feel a little bit like, you know, they probably feel like their complaints are falling on deaf ears with Creative Assembly, and I don't think Creative Assembly are going to go back to the old days. Now, there is some indication that a new Total War game is in development right now, and it might well be Medieval 3. That's the speculation that I've seen. Now, if that's the case, they've got a lot of work to do to make old fans of the series happy. It's really not going to be easy for them, because, you know, those old games do play very differently. Three Kingdoms really, to me, did not play like a historical game in the combat. It felt way more like Warhammer. The troops were moving all really fast. Like, you know, military formations don't run around this fast. Like, you know, the guys who complain about this are dead right in that respect. It's not just that. There's loads of little mechanics that just kind of that were in the original games that made the games more sort of nuanced. That said, after a bit, I kind of do get a bit sick of hearing about it, because it's like, yeah, all right, this is a different game. Yeah, it's probably not quite as complex as it used to be, but you know, like, you know, just don't play it. I think that if Creative Assembly are going to take any criticism from it, you know, if they were listening to the criticism, I think just going on and on about it like more and more is probably not going to be the best move for it. What am I doing? I'm talking while I'm trying to play. So let's get these. I think I'm going to try and hit on the flanks with these guys. Okay. We got slingers going up there. I think we'll just charge towards the slingers. Try and move them back. Let's get the rest of the. Let's put those in group 2. Get the rest of the units up. Just going to move them. Just move in like this. Okay. Okay, we can't actually move up there. We don't want to be hitting the spears. Let's try and get round. Now, we don't want to take too many slings. Even Skaven Slave slingers will do damage to relatively unarmoured troops like these marauders. So, okay, we've got the other guys going up on the other side. Now, getting these marauder horsemen in the background, by the way, is really quite scary for Skaven. They do not like it. Okay. Archaon here, look. Yeah, I've completely forgotten the fact that the Archaon and friends are going to be up here already. Let's get... Which way are those guys moving? Okay, they're kind of spreading out. Let's just... No, I might want to hit them with this instead. That might be a better spell here. Probably won't do as much damage, but, you know, there we go. Gonna hit those spears from behind. Prince Ograx. Where is their leader? Let's just get these Chaos... we'll get the Chaos Knights charging. I'm not worried about the spears. They will get an extra anti-large bonus, but we are just so strong. It's just not going to make a big difference. Let's just get these guys charging in. It feels so crazy, like, attacking slingers with... Wow, they scattered pretty damn fast. Get in there, Archaon. Put those guys on skirmish mode. Look at these dogs. Got to be a bit careful playing like this because I end up kind of missing what I'm supposed to be doing. Everyone else seems to be moving in alright. My cavalry are really fast now, by the way. You can really make the Chaos Cavalry super strong in this one. Alright, don't worry about those guys. Hit these guys from behind. There we go. That's those clan rats done. Okay, that's them done. Get these, what are these? Chaos Warriors of Slanesh. Okay. There we go, look. Game over. Well, most of these forces didn't even get a chance to get in. Here we go, look. Get back in the sewers. I don't know if you guys heard that. I've never heard that voice line before. One of the gamers said, "Out of the sewers we come." But yeah, you can get back down the toilet. Yeah, so I do think these arguments about the historical, like before, I kind of got annoyed with them. I used to argue with some of these guys on YouTube and Reddit and stuff, just like, what are you on about? Just shut up about Warhammer. It's not that bad. And then, no, I've been a bit more honest with myself and gone back in my memories a little bit. And like, yeah, I do think that the earlier Total War games were very, very different. I still think this is the best one for me. Okay, so for me, this is the best Total War game. I think that it's got much more content. I love Warhammer anyway. I'm just one of those guys. I do like the historical games. Like, I've been playing Total War since the first game. I bought the original Shogun when it was first released. I played the hell out of it. I really liked it. I bought the first Medieval. I played Medieval quite a lot. I played Rome Total War, and I enjoyed that. I played that one more than the others, and I liked that one too. And then I played... what we can do with this? I want to get souls. I'll let those other guys pick that one up. Yeah, so I got as far as Medieval 2, and I'll be honest with you, by the time Medieval 2 came out, I just kind of got bored of the series, and I'd sort of stopped playing video games by that point as well. So I played it a little bit, and I got the DLC that came out with, Medieval 2 Kingdoms or whatever it was called, and I just thought, yeah, I can't bother with this anymore. So I didn't really play it a whole lot, and so the big game that everybody goes on about being so great, which is Medieval 2, and there's no doubt about it, it's a very versatile game. There's some wonderful mods for it. And a friend of mine keeps trying to get me to play this Warhammer mod, or keeps showing me stuff from the Warhammer mod, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but my Warhammer needs are met. I like this one. This is my, this is my favourite one. All right. We want more favour. Favour is very, very important. That said, have we got? Let me just go through my other. Yeah, Carrick Vlaglok here as well. We probably want to get. Let's get the growth building here first. Look, we haven't got enough money basically to feed everything that we've got. We probably want to get more armies and get them raiding. Okay, so there's there is a way of playing this game so that you can kind of constantly expand, constantly build up your troops. Really, you want to be raiding a lot with with Warriors of Chaos. Interesting. Look at this. Clan Ferric actually ran this way. The last time I played this, they did not do that. They actually turned and fought. I actually managed to catch them. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's just gift this to our vassal. I'd like to see a new Medieval 3. I think that, if they could do Medieval 3 and the combat wasn't so arcadey like it was in, like Troy. The reason why I didn't play Troy, and I love that period, by the way. That's one of my favourite periods of, history and myth, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of a mix between the two, really. That's one of my favourite periods, and I would absolutely love to play that game. The problem is the combat just seemed too much like Warhammer, and I want it to be more realistic feeling, and the troops just all move too quickly. It just feels like an RTS. That said, I just don't think that... Oh, there we go, look. That was a bit of a problem. I don't think that the historical games really... I don't know. I don't think Total War was ever very realistic. So I think when people start making the argument that, the new games are just not as realistic, they don't act in a realistic way, I don't see that as being a particularly valid thing. Like the game, obviously the game, a historical game wants to be realistic and wants to feel realistic, but the Total War games were never that realistic, and there are loads of other games that are way better than the Total War games if you want to play a historical game. Like I think the Paradox Grand Strategy games are just better than the historical Total War games, but they don't have the controllable combat, you know. Okay, the eye opens. Your actions have drawn the attention of the Chaos Gods. Though they are fickle, you can perhaps direct their attention to a particular area. However, there is always a price to be paid. There isn't a price to be paid, though, is there? Because these have no... I don't think these have any downside. Gifts of Chaos activation costs minus 75%. Local recruit rank plus 10. Hero recruit rank plus 10. That's pretty big. That might be nice. We've got Cataclysm of Death, which is a Law of Death spell we can use. Dark Dominion. So this is going to help us to, you know, control our vassals better. I might actually get the Gift of Choice here. Sorry, the Crucible of Champions. And if we raise up another army now, we'll see if we can get ourselves a Nurgle army, I think. So let's go for that one. Clan Mulder have got a Plague up. Okay, I'm just make sure. Now this is another janky thing. Like if you accidentally do this, look. Now the next turn, you're not going to get a notification to move this guy, and then he's just going to move that little bit, which is exactly what just happened. So that's annoying, but that's partly my fault. I know better than to do that, so can't really blame the game anymore. Archaon, let's get him raiding. Okay, he's making a little bit of raiding money, but this looks like Goromadni have actually taken Volksgrad as well. So the gates to Kislev are open. Clan Ferric are escaping into Kislev's lands, look. Now, here's Kislev, run by the Ice Court, and then we've got Prague, who are run by these guys, the Ropsaman clan. And I probably should go for Prague. Because the reason being is because Prague is a dark citadel, or a dark fortress, so we can actually use that. And that is going to be our base. I don't think there are many dark fortresses now further down. I think there is one here. Yeah, there's one here. Which usually Festus has got. Festus the Leech Lord. Festus might actually be somebody that we can confederate relatively early. Or we can, you know, vassalize perhaps. Anywho. Do I want to move closer? No, I want to raid. I want to keep raiding. So we're going to make use of this Lord raising ability that we've got. Or bonus that we've got. Okay, there's Valkyria, look.
Had I no use for you, Khorne would have me take your skull.
Silence mortal. Okay. Let's we are also close to Be'lakor too.
You play in the dark. That is my realm.
Yeah, such a great voice actor he is. Okay, yeah. Let's just move on. So Varitus. Varitus needs to beat this army. Let's go and do that. Oh. Okay, he couldn't get across. No, we can't move any further. Hopefully this guy can just catch these Skaven and we actually get that bonus this turn. I'm really, like, I shouldn't really be just spending, like, really I want that force for here. I probably should have brought him up this way, but I kind of wanted to, I'm chasing that bonus. And the other reason is because, as I've kind of hinted, Kislev are in a bit of a bad way, and I think it might make the game a little bit more interesting if they're a little bit stronger when I fight them. Because before, you know, when I played this earlier, and my, and yeah, I fought Kislev, they were just a bit of a pushover. Okay, these guys want a non-aggression pact. I'm going to go with that, because it might help them defend against Hardgrave a little bit better. Okay, this is Ropsaman clan. They've declared war. They see us coming in. Now I could have tried to take that Dark Fortress. I probably should have gone up that way first, but okay, mission aborted. Yeah, okay, so we kind of wasted our time chasing this dude. Let's see if we can get him back up here as quickly as possible. Yeah, there we go again. See that look? Like that now will not give me a notification next turn. So you've got to hit the backspace key just to make sure he's completely removed all his movement. Okay, let's get into Kislev here. start raiding. Now, what I could do is I could actually use some of my allegiance points and get one of these. Okay, we don't have enough. Oh, yeah, I can't actually take that army, but it looks like he's going that way anyway. Now, character. We want more favour. Usually I try to get growth first. It's usually a better idea. But in this case, I want to get favour. Now, I'm going to go and try and reach Malekith and get in contact with him. And then we're going to head back. I don't know what else is down here now. Yeah, I might get Egrim to come back. Yeah, I might bring him back so we can actually start using him. Let's bring him back at least as far as here. Oh, he's going around the long way. Okay. New gifts unlocked. Here we go, look. Let's get rid of the Fury of Chaos. I don't really care about that one. And faction leader, no, we don't want that. We've got Horrifying Presence, unit experience gain for undivided units. That's really good. Now we can get the allegiance points upgrade on tribute from vassals. Gives us more money. I do like causing fear for all undivided units, though. That's a really good. That's a really powerful skill. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. It's just going to make us absolutely dreadful to deal with in combat. So, Archaon, bring it on. We've got the Siege of Prague coming up. Now, this is quite a classic battle, I think, for, you know, in Warhammer lore. This has happened several times in Warhammer lore, and it's always kind of pretty horrific. Definitely go and read up on the lore, by the way, the Siege of Prague. It's really, really cool. It's one of the earlier pieces of lore that I read that really kind of made me realise that Warhammer has some really, really cool lore. Okay, we've got Blood for the Blood God. But we're reducing Slaneshi authority doing this, so that's a bit of an issue. So Slanesh stuff is going to be more expensive for us to upkeep now. Whereas Khorne units are going to be cheaper. Okay, let's get him the Ascension to Demonhood. This is going to make him demonic, and it just makes him just so much more difficult to kill. He's like, so what do I mean by that? Well, now he's demonic. So when his leadership's low, he's going to crumble. That's a bit of a bad thing. However, he's got much higher physical resistance, 30%. And he's got pretty high armor as well. Like, Archaon's just going to be really, really hard to kill now. Right, I want you. No, he's not close enough.
Northmen come.
Yeah, it's going to cost us. We can ask them to attack Prague with us. Yeah, he's saying that he's going to, but it doesn't look like he is. Looks like he might be going back this way. Actually, I want you to try and attack this, please. So let's get Archaon moving in here. We've got enough troops. Yeah, saying Pyrrhic victory. Now that's partly because I think we're still in, what's it? We're in raiding stance, aren't we? I think we're in raiding stance. No, we're not. Okay. Now, I don't normally bother sieging, but this is... like, we'll lose a lot of troops here. I think it might be worth... I don't know. Like, last time, I had my other guy, the chaos guy, but I don't like sieging too long. However, if I can wait for... it's going to be a few turns, isn't he? Yeah, there again. Look, another issue, potential problem. So one dog unit. Might get another one. Let's get another dog unit. Do I want any more marauders? Yeah, it can't hurt. So we've got 4 with the shields, 4 with the axes. Yeah, we've got those kind of more the Cornate Marauders with the throwing axes. Now, as soon as we can, I want to go for Corn Corruption from Chaos Altars +2. That gives me increased Corn Corruption. Just some Corn Authority for each gift of Corn. So we can actually get gifts of Corn now, by the way. That's the other thing. And we definitely want to do that. So there's a couple of good ones. Income from post-battle loot and raising settlements is +35%. This is really big. And it's quite cheap to upkeep. However, we could get some demons first. So, you know, it's going to cost a fair amount of souls to get some demons added. But this is really good. But I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to get some flesh hounds of Corn. And this is going to give him some flesh hounds immediately. We won't summon them yet. We'll wait until we get closer. So we're not paying for them. Mind you, that said, we are getting experience for them. So I think I'd rather have the experience, actually. So let's get back there and just get those guys up. There we go, look. Alright. We do need to spend some money over the next few turns upgrading our economy in our Dark Fortresses too. Technology. So at least leaves us what we want to do with technology. We could try to get... we want a Nurgle army up soon, definitely. Now this upgrades... this unlocks Forsaken and we can get Cause Terror for Chaos Spawn units. But this will lead us to Culling of the Weak. And that's get Souls gained from battles +20%. Unlocks hero recruitment, post stuff. I don't really care about that. Not bothered about that either. Maximum active gifts. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess Chaos Authority is pretty important because then you get, you know, upkeep is basically a big thing. Let's just go with this one, I think. I do use Chaos Spawn. I know they're considered to be a bit of a crappy unit. I actually quite like Chaos Spawn. I think they're fun to use. Sometimes, like, just something being fun to use is, you know, is important. I'm just going to move these units individually, actually. Okay. All right. I think, folks, we're going to end the episode there because it's starting to get a little long. So I'm going to catch you in the next episode. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and take it easy.